Well, it's clearly been a terrible season for bushfire, but it's also been the worst year in ages for snakes. And in Queensland, good rains and warm conditions have brought them out in force. And you might have seen the story about the python, which detached itself to a plane which was flying out of Cairns. Well, further south in Brisbane, snakes are everywhere, not just in the suburbs, but in the CBD as well. And the snake catchers are being run off their feet. Well, our reporter Peter McCutcheon and cameraman Eric Havnan joined them on patrol.
Midsummer in Brisbane. This city has largely been spared the scourge of bushfires. But with the heat comes another menace. It's playtime for snakes. So how's business?
Booming. It always is this time of year, you know.
We're on the road with veteran snake catcher Jeff Jacobs, who seems to know the entire snake history of Brisbane South.
That over there's red bellies. This one over this side, where you're coming into Tarragindi, you get more eastern browns. Oh, they're around the back, is she?
Jeff Jacobs is joined by his son Darren and fiancée Shell to deal with a snake up a tree.
See where the top of the palms here, see
where the seeds
are in between, he's hanging in between there.
Who found the snake?
I saw the snake first. I'm visiting here in Pam's yard, and I just looked up through the branches and saw an odd flash of colour. Didn't really understand what it was, looked back and was surprised to see a snake there.
He's going to be hard to get now.
Darren wrestles with a non-venomous carpet python with a belly full of possum.
Asked him to me, that was a ringtail possum. Yeah. Well, they've all got to eat, so it's not that bad. Go on, you pee on me. Do you want to grab the bag for us?
How long ago did you eat the possum, do you think?
Last night. That's last night. They digest them pretty fast. Yeah, we get to wear snake piss for body cologne quite often in this job.
The next job is more serious, a close encounter with a deadly species.
This morning my partner came to go to work and went out the front door, went to put his shoe on and realised that his foot wouldn't go in the shoe. Thought he had some gravel in his sock or something, pulled his foot out, went to put it back in and then picked the shoe up and realised that there's a snake in it.
I'll tip him out in the box.
Oh.
He's a lot bigger than you'd expect.
Well, that's it. They can curl up pretty small.
This shoe-loving reptile is a red-bellied black snake.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
wow. Oh.
And they're pretty poisonous, Jeff?
Yeah, he's in the top 10 of venomous snakes in the world.
So how often do you find them in shoes like that?
Under doormats, shoes, lounge rooms, kitchens, wherever. I've pulled these out of people's beds. So they're a pretty mellow sort of a snake. Even though he can kill you, you know, he's a lot like your missus, best friend in the world till you piss him off, you know.
But the most dangerous encounter is with a small snake that looks the most delicate. To get it, Darren Jacobs has to climb into an empty water retention pond used by the Queensland Fire Service. How often do you have snakes down there?
I can think of about 3 times that I know of. And that's a snake catcher we usually get him out each time. And he's not happy about going down there either, and I don't blame him.
This snake is a juvenile eastern brown. Fairly small, but still with enough venom to kill just under a dozen elephants. By now you may be asking, what do they do with all these snakes? Well, those that are healthy are returned to the wild. The snake catchers become liberators.
We release them in creeks where there's enough rats and lizards and stuff they can feed on, so they're not going to actually move back in to suburbia.
There are houses around here though. Do you worry that they might go into those houses?
Well, the houses that are here, they're not as close to the creek, and also there is, in this creek, it's rotten with rats and mice and lizards, so they're going to stay where the food is.
Releasing the dangerous eastern brown requires great care, as the snake can move at lightning speed. Luckily, this snake is not preparing for an attack, but making a dash for the safety of a nearby creek.
Now, some people might say with poisonous snakes, why don't you kill them?
All snakes is the same as killing a koala. They're all protected. It's all Australian fauna, so you know it's a big no-no. And also, 95% of people who are bitten by a snake are trying to catch or kill. So, you know, when you take the 95% off, then you know you're not left with many snake bite victims, are you? Where was he?
He was there. He was at the chest of drawers, but he's not there anymore. He was underneath it.
You better come back, just in case he's got to jump back. Because if he lands on you, it's not going to be fun.
One of the last jobs of the day is a report of a snake in a bedroom.
Looks like he's got something in his belly, Dags.
No need to panic, this turns out to be a juvenile carpet python, this time with a tummy full of rat. Carpet pythons are great for keeping vermin down around the house, but even these snake lovers admit there are limits.
As you can see with what I'm doing, he doesn't want to bite you. But if you show one tiny little bit of fear, he's got you. So he's doing a great job around the place, but you don't want him in your bedroom.
No.
Yeah.
It's easy, just don't show any fear.